£26 million. Honestly, I wish I had that kind of money, and that is a lot of money indeed. But the reason I brought that amount of money up, because that's how much it costs to upgrade where we are going to today. Because we are travelling to the Isle of Wight, the 8-mile line from Ryde Pier Head to Shanklin. And it's supposed to be closed for 3 months, but it ended up being closed for 11 months because of lockdowns, software problems on the new trains, etc. But finally today, the Isle of Wight is back up and running, and we shall be visiting that area. So what we're going to do on the Isle of Wight is we're going to travel up and down the line, visit all the stations en route apart from one, and we're going to take a look at the Class 484 electric multiple unit, which are former London Underground D78 stock trains. So I am really excited for this adventure because I've never been to the Isle of Wight. It's going to be a first time for everything, even crossing the Solent on a ferry. So I'm going to get ready now. I'm going to head to Hillsea railway station to get to Portsmouth Harbour. You now join me at Hillsea railway station on the Portsmouth Direct. We are waiting for the 0713 South Western Railway service to take us to Portsmouth Harbour. Then at Portsmouth Harbour, got a 45-minute wait before the ferry leaves to Ryde Pier Head. So we're going to be there with plenty of time. Anyway, I think our train is coming in now to take us to Portsmouth Harbour. And just in case you're wondering who I am Sim0nTrains, or some people like call me Sim0nTrains. We're now on the 8:15 White Wick ferry to take us to Ryde Pier Head. It's a lovely day for it as well. Right now I'm just speechless. That ferry crossing from Portsmouth Harbour to Ryde Pier Head was just awesome. Plain awesome. I want to do it again actually, but we're now at Ryde Pier Head railway station. We are waiting for our train, the 0845 Island Line service run by South Western Railway, to take us to Ryde Esplanade station. And then we're going to be visiting these stations hourly, take a look at these railway stations and travelling up and down the line. Ryde Pier Head was opened on the 12th of July 1880 by the Portsmouth and Ryde Joint Railway, which was a jointly owned line between the London and South Western Railway and the London Brighton South Coast Railway. The station used to have 3 platforms, but a 4th platform was added in 1933. The station did temporarily close on the 1st of January 1967 and reopened 3 months later on the 20th of March 1967. During the closure, the station had a rebuild, and also the whole line was having electrification of the third rail system. And the 3-letter station code for Ryde Pier Head is RYP. So we're now on this brand new Class 484 electric multiple unit, which is a former London Underground D78 stock train. I'm actually pretty impressed so far with these. The one thing I do like though, they've got USBs between the seats. Now we're going to leave shortly to get to Ryde Esplanade station. You could not make this up. What's happened is the 0845 to Shanklin has been cancelled because it was late running arriving. So what they're going to do is they're going to hold it here till 9:45. So what I'm going to do is, instead of getting the train to Ryde Esplanade station, it's a nice day, so I'm going to take a walk instead. They're going to make this up. Well, that was a lovely walk indeed, and that was so unexpected. I just boarded a train and they cancelled it. It's a great day on the Isle of Wight so far, believe me. Behind me you can see Portsmouth, and it's a lovely sunny day. You can literally see Portsmouth from here. I'm actually standing on the footbridge that you can see on the Ryde cam. You would actually see me on this footbridge right now, but unfortunately the Ryde cam is offline. Brilliant day so far, is it? Anyway, I'm going to head over here now, because Ryde Esplanade station is just right here. Also here you can change for the hovercraft, which takes you to Portsmouth, and also there's buses here as well. Ryde Esplanade is an interchange station. Ryde Esplanade station was opened by the Portsmouth and Ryde Joint Railway on the 5th of April 1880. The three-letter station code for Ryde Esplanade is RYD. So we're now made to Ryde Esplanade station. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to get back on track a bit, wait for the train to come from Ryde Pier Head to pick us up at Ryde Esplanade station to take us to Ryde St John's Road, and hopefully we should be back on track after that. The problem is that there's been software glitches when they arrived at signals, which is causing the delays, and that's why they cancelled the 0845 off Ryde Pier Head. Don't get me wrong, they're brand new trains, but unfortunately they do get teething problems straight away. But hopefully it should not affect us for the rest of the day, travelling to all the stations on the Isle of Wight. So this is the third station ride, and we actually travelled on the train this time and it not being cancelled. But this is Ryde St John's Road station. On the Isle of Line, South Western Railway operated, it does have 3 platforms. Platform 3 is here, and platform 1 and 2 is just there. Also Ryde St John's Road, it has a lovely single box down the bottom here, which is brilliant to see. It just feels like you're on a heritage railway, to be honest, even though it's part of the National Rail Network. There's a footbridge down there, but that footbridge is very narrow indeed. Right here is the traction maintenance depot at Ryde, which is where they maintain the trains. When they used to maintain the Class 483 electric multiple units, which were the 1938 tube stock, and now the 484s. And it's just lovely so far travelling on the Iron Line, but the best is yet to come down the bottom. So we are going to do the station history of Ryde St John's Road station and carry on doing some more filming at this location. Ryde St John's Road opened by the Isle of Wight Railway on the 23rd of August 1864 as Ryde, and this was the northern terminus of the line until the 5th of April 1880, when the line was extended to Ryde Esplanade and the station was renamed to Ryde St John's Road. Next door to the station was Ryde Train Care Depot with the depot code of RY, and this is the traction maintenance depot for the rolling stock on the line. The 3-letter station code for Ryde St John's Road station is RYR. I'm on my knees on Ryde St station, but I just want to show you quickly part of the 26 million improvement works at this station. As you can see, the bottom platform there, I think is where the 1938 tube stock's used. But part of the upgrades, they actually raised the platform a bit to accommodate the Class 484s, or the former D78 stock trains. So the train has just left to Ryde Pier Head, but it is running a bit late. I think they had a bit of door problems as well. You can notice when I got off the train at Ryde St John's Road station, the doors were slowly opening as they were onboarding. So hopefully that train does not get cancelled at Ryde Pier Head again, because I'm not walking to Brading, which is my next location. However though, there is a station between here and Brading, Smallbrook Junction, but that station is not open today, so we will be speeding through Smallbrook Junction station. So our train hopefully should be arriving now to take us to Brading. Honestly, as I make my way down to Shanklin station, the Island Line just impresses me so much. And I thought the three Ryde stations were impressive, but this station right here, Brading station, is also impressive indeed. And Brading used to be the junction for Bembridge, which closed in the 1950s. Brading station since the late 80s used to have one platform, because they ripped up the passing loop here. And if you want to pass trains towards Shanklin, it was Sandown station, but it had a 20 to 40 minute frequency. But part of the £26 million upgrade, they added a passing loop here at Brading station, which trains could pass each other at Brading, and also could run a 30-minute service between Ryde Pier Head and Shanklin, which is very impressive as well. Also at Brading, there's a single box here, and there's a temporary footbridge. Now, platform 2 at the moment is currently closed because even though we have been on platform 2, it's closed off to the public at the moment because I think they're doing some work on it. But we're now going to do the station history of Brading station and then carry our journey towards Shanklin. Brading station opened on the 23rd of August 1864 by the Isle of Wight Railway. In 1882 it became a junction station for the 2 3/4 mile branch line to Bembridge until 1953, when Bembridge station closed to passengers. 28th of October 1988 the line was singled when the single box closed and the passing loop was removed, until 2021 when the passing loop was reinstalled and platform 2 was recommissioned. The 3-letter station code for Brading is BDN. So we're going to leave Brading station base shortly to catch our next train to Sandown station. Now what I heard at Sandown is there might be a 1938 tube stock tarped up at Sandown station. So we're going to head there now to investigate. So you now join me at our next station. This is Sandown station, and this does have two platforms because this was the original passing loop on the Island line between Ryde Pier Head and Shanklin until they installed the loop at Brading. Now, because of this passing loop here at Sandown, used to have a frequency of every 20 to 30 minutes, but now there's a frequency of every half an hour, even though today they're only running an hourly service because of the winter timetable. There's no Iron Brew here, but there's Dr. Pepper. What's that? Don't say that, Carol. We don't want any more cancellations. But anyway, so it's nice to look at this station. It's still an impressive station, Sandown. We're going to do station history of Sandown station, do some more filming as we head towards Shanklin. Sandown opened on the 23rd of August 1864 by the Isle of Wight Railway. It became a junction station for trains to reach Murstone and on to Newport, but that line closed on the 6th of February 1956. The station building was extended between 1870 to 1871, and the three-letter station code for Sandown is SAN. Also, while I'm at Sandown railway station, I did say I was finding this 1938 tube stock train, or the Class 483. It's just over here. Found it. Look how cute those little flower beds are of these trains. Really cute indeed. That one right there is a Class 483, which used to be the old Iron Line tube stock. And that's a Class 484, which is currently what we're riding on now. But they just look so cute, those little flower beds. So I managed to find the number of that Class 483 sitting on the other platform under that tarp. It's 483008, and that will be going to South Wales very shortly, so it hasn't got long left on the island. The train has left Ryde Pier Head and Ryde Esplanade 10 minutes late, so it is due in Sandown 10 minutes late. But we are moving on to the next station down the line. Now, the next station was actually opened in the late 80s when the Class 483s entered service, and that's Lake Station. It's just one platform, but we're going to that station next, have some time at Lake before we head to Shanklin. So our train should be arriving now to take us to Lake. Nice, so you just a little alleyway there. So what we're looking at right here, this one platform station, is the second youngest station on the Island Line. This is Lake Station. This was built in the late 80s as part of the upgrades when the 483s came in, and it just looks so modern that there's no station building here, there's just a waiting shelter and that's it. Lake Station was opened on the 11th of May 1987 by British Rail. The station is far away from Lake Cliff Gardens and the beach at Sandown Bay. The three-letter station code for Lake is LKE. So I was just coming to this waiting shelter because the wind is actually up today. But also at Lake Station you get some lovely countryside views standing on this platform. And they are really splendid to look at. But what we're going to do is while we're waiting for the train to Shanklin, we're going to take a look at somewhere else. So we are going to the beach! Is there some heat to find? If we're going to the beach, I'll let you blow my mind. Oh my god. This is what I was oh my god about. Look at the view from here. Shanklin's just down there, and Shanklin Beach. I see Sandown Pier just in front of me, which is a little further up. It's just an amazing view from here. But I can't really explore this much longer because I've got to get back to the railway station to get the train to Shanklin. But honestly, this is beautiful. So back at the waiting shelter again. Just come back from looking at the sea. I don't know why they call the station Lake, even though it's right next to the sea. They should have named it Sea. But anyway, our train is actually running roughly about 20 minutes late to get to our last location and the end of the line, Shanklin. But the line did actually carry on towards Bentner, but unfortunately that closed due to the beach acts. But honestly, one day I actually would like to come back here because I actually do want to do 2 more things on the island, which I don't have time to do today. Visit the Isle of Wight Steam Railway, and also have a look at some disused railway stations on the island. There's plenty of them, to be honest, because the Isle of Wight used to have an extensive railway network, and now it's just 8 miles of track. Anyway, our train should be arriving now to take us to the end of the line to Shanklin. We've now reached the end of the line, but not the end of the journey. And what's waiting for us at the end of the line? Rain, but it's only light rain. Anyway, this is Shanklin Station. Beyond Shanklin, used to take us to Bentner, but the line closed in 1967. It cut back to Shanklin. It's a shame really, because they can't rebuild the line back to Bentner, because where Bentner Station is now industrial estate. But like I said at Lake, I do want to come back here to visit the disused stations on this island, because there's so many, a lot of them. But Shanklin did used to have 2 platforms. You can see a platform over there that is just in the overgrowth, and this is the only platform that remains at Shanklin Station. So we are going to wait an hour for the train to come back. When it comes back, when it's ready, and we're going to go back to Ryde Pier Head. Literally take the whole journey in. Shanklin opened on the 23rd of August 1864 by the Isle of Wight Railway. And when it was opened, it was actually a through station towards Bentner, but now it's today's terminus of the South Western Railway's Island Line. The station buildings were extended in 1881. The line to Wroxall and Bentner closed to passengers on the 17th of April 1966, and the 3-letter station code for Shanklin is SHN. Before it's chucking down with rain again, just going to give you a quick update, because the train that left here didn't make it to Ryde Pier Head. It actually terminated at Ryde Esplanade station, so it's on its way back 20 minutes late, but it did get to Ryde Esplanade station 24 minutes late, so it's still running late, But hopefully we get back on this train, back to Ryde. Anyway, I'm going back in shelter now because it is starting to chuck down with rain again. I'm currently standing on the Solent. I kid you not, it's just sea everywhere. I can see the sea. But it has stopped raining, which is good. We just filled the Class 484 leaving Ryde Pier Head station, but that's enough of the island trains today. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is go back to the mainland, which I'm catching the ferry about 4:45, going back to Portsmouth Harbour because they're going to get a train back to London. But it has really been a good day on the Isle of Wight. We'll summarise it up later on in the video. So should get that ferry now to head back to Portsmouth.
To maintain social distancing and to avoid crowding at the gangway, we kindly request all passengers to remain seated on the
So I'm now back at Portsmouth Harbour Station. Now I'm not going to be doing much filming back to London because I'm actually going to be staying in London. So we're going to board this train out 1719. We're going to film it going out, and then there's nothing till I get to the hotel. So you join me now in a travel lodge in London, but this is going to be for a future video because I'm going to be talking about the Isle of Wight, my experience in new territory, to be honest with you. Because we took the ferry from Portsmouth Harbour to Ryde Pier Head, and the ferry was impressive. I actually really enjoyed it, and that was the first time I actually crossed the Solent and actually been on a ferry, believe it or not. And it was really impressive. I really enjoyed it. When I got to Ryde Pier Head, I just wanted to go back on the ferry again because I enjoyed it too much. But when I got to Ryde Pier Head, called the 8:45 and that got cancelled straight away because they tried to get it back on track, but unfortunately with teething problems, they just could not get back on track. My plan was back on track, but the Isle line was just not back on track. There was delays, they had to cancel services, terminate service at Ryde Esplanade station. It was just one of those days on the Isle of Wight, but it was really adventurous, and every time I get further down to Shanklin, it was just impressive with different stations, different views, and everything else. And I would love to go back there, to be honest, because I want to go back to Smallbrook Junction because we couldn't get there because it was closed, and also want to visit the disused stations of the Isle of Wight, and I also want to visit the Isle of Wight Steam Railway as well. And yeah, so I would love to go back to the Isle of Wight. The 484s, they're really lovely units, really enjoyed them. They're very comfy, they've got USB ports, they've got luggage racks. They are worth the upgrade even though they had some teething troubles, but new trains always get teething troubles. And we also met some people down there as well, and some people also spotted me, and if you spotted me, hello to you. But the biggest one I actually met today was another station, another mile. We actually met at Shanklin. It has really been adventurous, so I'm going to end this now. So if you do like it, feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. And thank you for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you for another journey pretty soon. This has been Sim0nTrains, signing off.